Okay, before we go any further, I need to explain to you what this is about. You see, a couple days ago on Twitter, another artist decided to go after Uzaki-chan, not with the normal redraws that we have been seeing, and I'm using normal loosely here. I'm referring to these situations. This was even worse than those terrible redraws that we have covered. This artist, and I can't show this image, it's too graphic. It's so graphic, by the way, I didn't even retweet it because I didn't want people who follow me on Twitter seeing this image popping up in their timeline out of nowhere. So I haven't commented on this at all. But let me explain the art to you the best I can without showing you. It has Abby from The Last of Us Part 2 punching Uzaki-chan. And her head is no longer where it should be. There is all sort of liquid spraying from her neck. And even her eyeball is not where it should be either. So it's very, very graphic. And people in Japan took notice of this art. And they're shocked. For example, this is actually pretty crazy and coincidental, but a tweet talking about this in the report I'm showing you guys right now, actually when they posted the image of the Uzaki art in question, they even censored what's going on to Uzaki. And I'm scrolling down here because despite them censoring it, you can still see that, Uzaki is not displayed in this image. So a lot of it is off screen, but you can still see they blurred what's going on to Uzaki. So I didn't retweet this because it's too graphic for me. I don't want my followers seeing it, out of nowhere. And people in Japan apparently have a similar line of thought, at least on this Twitter account. So graphic, they actually blurred it. And let me just clarify this. If you like this sort of graphic material, that's totally fine. I'm not dragging any of you who might like that sort of thing. It's just the fact is I never tweet stuff like that. If I were to post it out of nowhere, I think it would not be very suitable to see on my Twitter account. And I didn't want that to show up, when people are not expecting that sort of thing. And I do apologize for my scuffed coverage on this topic. It is complicated since I can't show the art. As I mentioned, I've known about this topic for a few days, and part of the reason why I'm covering it now is because I keep getting tagged from people on Twitter about this, and I appreciate the tags, guys, but that's why I haven't followed up with any of it yet. Was not sure how to cover this topic. So hopefully this is suitable and finding a middle ground, so to speak, to still get the news out there and, not get in trouble for showing things I'm not allowed to show. Finally, we'll end with this. Some of the comments, remember, there's 600 here. And that's just on this website. Also, people talking about it on Twitter and other social media websites. But here's some examples. Because I don't like it, can I solve it with violence? Now, the ironic thing about that is a lot of the people who do like to try to solve things with violence, at least apparently they like to do this on Twitter and social media. They advocate this stuff all the time. It's the same type of people that really can't defend themselves at all. They're usually very out of shape, very weak people. So it's a bit ironic that that's the case. A lot of these very violent types on social media are very weak in real life. Go figure. It's a bad anime, but it's becoming famous. The author will be happy. So, not everyone has to like Uzaki-chan. Even people in Japan have different opinions, of course. This one's funny, though. That's why I want to showcase it. This person doesn't like Uzaki-chan, but they're saying that all this news, it's going to make Uzaki-chan famous. The author's going to be very happy. Oh no, this person's worried that anime is going to start looking like Last of Us 2. Like female anime characters are going to start looking like Abby or something. They say, if this makes the female characters appearing in Japanese manga, anime, and games in the future look like Gorilla Girls in The Last of Us 2, I'll hate it. In Last of Us 2, if you don't remember, I forget if I already mentioned this in this video or not, but that was the little joke mock term that they seem to have coined for The Last of Us 2 in Japan. I think that's really funny. We'll end with this example going over to Twitter. We have a pretty popular Japanese Twitter account here, and they also had a take on this topic. Says, Uzaki-chan's sugoi dekais are useless. So how is it okay to then just take her head? It's a bit difficult for me to understand. And the funny thing about that is that people in Japan are trying to understand the logic behind some of these radical Westerners. But other Westerners, the reasonable types, we seem to unanimously agree that these radical types don't really have any logic behind what they do. So that's always going to be interesting, trying to explain that to people in Japan and seeing how that goes. But hey, man, at least we can all laugh at the weirdos together. It's better than getting mad at them, right? At least we can laugh at them together. That's great. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed. Third and last segment for the day. Sorry if I'm a little tired today. My energy is a little low. It's been a busy last number of days. I hope you guys have had a good number of days as well, though. And I'll catch you tomorrow for the next one. Take care.